You finally formulate the exact perfect sentence in your head, like the grammar is flawless.
Right, and you've completely nailed the vocabulary.
Exactly. But by the time you actually open your mouth to speak, well, everyone has already moved on to a completely different topic.
And you were just left sitting there, holding this great thought with literally nowhere to put it.
It is the absolute worst. So, welcome to English Unfiltered with Alex and Jamie. Today we are doing a deep dive into the hidden psychology of why you feel completely invisible in English conversations.
Because, well, it definitely feels that way in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at how real group conversations actually work, learners almost never freeze up on obscure jargon.
Oh, really? So what are they freezing on?
They are missing the window for just, everyday banter. It is not a lack of words. It is a lack of processing bandwidth.
Okay, so your brain is basically maxing out its cognitive load, like trying to listen, translate, and verify grammar all at the exact same time.
Yes, exactly. You're trying to juggle too many things.
I mean, think of a group conversation like trying to jump onto a speeding train, Like, you have the ticket, the vocabulary is your ticket.
Right, you're allowed to be there.
But the train is just moving way too fast. Native speakers are already sprinting alongside it on the platform before they even try to jump on.
That is such a good way to visualize it. And as a learner, you were just standing there completely flat-footed.
Yeah, so even with the ticket in your hand, you physically cannot board that train safely without getting completely knocked over.
And the reason that train is moving so ridiculously fast is because group dynamics are just pure chaos.
Oh my God, yes they are.
I mean, native speakers do not wait for neat, polite little pauses. They overlap. They interrupt. They literally predict the end of your sentence and just start talking over you.
Wait, so native speakers aren't actually better listeners or more interesting. They just have this massive automatic timing advantage.
Exactly. They're processing jokes and tone and body language entirely on autopilot.
So they aren't even forming a new thought from scratch most of the time?
No, not at all. Their brains are guessing the next word before it is even spoken out loud, so they're just deploying these preloaded responses instantly.
Wow, that puts the learner in such a brutal position. Because you are stuck doing linear processing, right? Waiting to hear the full sentence, translating it, and then forming a response.
And because of that, you are perpetually 3 seconds behind the rest of the group.
Which is painfully relatable. You always have the absolute perfect response exactly 3 seconds too late. But what really gets me is what happens over time.
Right, because you don't just stay frustrated.
Exactly. You slowly stop trying. You just go, completely silent.
And this is where the psychological twist is so validating. Because that quietness, it is not shyness.
Wait, it isn't?
No, not at all. It is actually a biological conservation mechanism. After you repeatedly fail to jump into that fast-paced chat, your brain registers this pattern of social failure.
Oh, wow. So your brain is essentially calculating the return on investment of trying to speak up.
Yes. Your brain is a highly efficient machine. It unconsciously predicts that by the time your sentence is finally ready, well, the conversational window will be completely closed.
So to save energy, it just entirely shuts down the effort.
Exactly. You literally experience a processing delay that forces a biological system override.
So you're not socially boring.
Not at all.
You're just experiencing a processing delay. That completely changes the paradigm. Your personality isn't disappearing. You are just operating on a system that demands a pause.
A pause that native speakers are basically culturally conditioned to never ever give you.
Wow. So we really need to stop viewing silence in a second language as some kind of insecurity.
Absolutely. Silence isn't insecurity. Sometimes the conversation just simply moved too fast.
That is wild. Well, that completely reframes how we view fluency itself.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah. So to wrap up our deep dive today, I want to leave you with a final thought. The next time you are in a group setting and you see someone go quiet, look a little closer.
Right. Are they actually shy, or are they just waiting for a pause in the noise that native speakers never give them?
And more importantly, are the loudest people in the room actually the most fluent, or are they just most comfortable with the chaos of interrupting? Something to think about.